Hello YouTube. So this is Five Little Ducks, and I'm gonna do a what we're doing with my 3-year-old. Now you guys are gonna be like, what the heck are you doing? He's 3. But if you saw the other video, my son has apraxia, and so simple things like speech are very difficult for him. So I'm sorry. So I just have to work a little more on language than most people do. So anyways, sorry about the mess. It's my car, and we are, like I said, building the schoolhouse, so it's been one of those things. Anyways, so normally right now we're doing this at our kitchen table, and we're realizing really quick this is not working. So because of the 20-month-old, he gets into our little thing. Anyways, I had, like I say, I normally have all the numbers here all the way to 6. We are up to 10. But I do use these for if he's looking at a number on the paper, and then I'll put this and I'll say, because I can ask him what is this, and he'll say 4. But then if he looks at the dotted line, he's like, I don't know that one. He doesn't say it in those words, but I know that he's saying he doesn't know. So, but anyways, we have the triangular crowns, and we have the fat crowns, and then we have dry erase markers. And then you can see that my youngest got a hold of a marker and smashed it in. And then we do have chalk in here. So it's pretty much, and then I do have these moisture things in here. Just, the kids they get in here, but they know not to touch those. I keep them in there just because we were keeping M&Ms in here as a treat, and that's what that was, to keep the M&Ms, good. But yeah, I'm probably gonna take those out. Anyways, so that's that. Oh, and the reason why I'm doing this in the car, just FYI, is because if you are any parent who is watching this, you'll understand that for some odd reason, when I say I'm going to make a video, that means my husband needs me, my kids need me, and everything is inconsequential. I'm like, you could solve that yourself, or you could wait until the video is done. But no, they need me immediately. So anyways, I guess let's start. We do the pledge, and then we have this, and I cannot remember if I got this at christianbook.com or if I got this at Masterbooks. I don't remember where I got this, but anyways, I love this. We are a Christian family. I do teach I teach Christian and secular science, Christian and secular history, but that's pretty much, I will add those in there just because it gives my kids another point of view and not just my point of view. But anyways, so like it gives it, and then it tells you where to look. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. Luke 1:5-20, the angel's message. And then it gives you the story about what happened. It's pretty much this, not word for word, but it's just like what's in the Bible. And then it gives you the question. John was going to be a very important person. He would tell others to get ready because Jesus was coming. Sometimes it asks questions like, what is another way God sends messages? And so, yeah, for a 3-year-old, this is like way above his head, but I'll answer for him. Like, do you know someone sick? And if we know someone at the moment, when we read this, I would say, yes, Grandpa's sick. You could pray right now and ask Jesus to make them well. And so, and then we did a little prayer for him. It wasn't, So we are doing that. I do have this. It's the Disney's Nursery Rhymes and Fairy Tales. My kids, of course, they love Disney. But right now, we're just doing, I do one poem a week. We just read it over and over and over once a week, one day a week. And then, we'll do this one. And then there's also stories in here. And so when we get to the stories, we will, obviously we'll read the stories. And my kids are obsessed with stories, with books, with all that stuff. They don't really care for poems, but, they're also really young. So anyways, we do that. And then I hear a lot of mixed reviews on this. I do this, but this is the only book he writes in. And my son is obsessed with this. And I actually have to tell him only one page. Because sometimes he's just not in the mood to color. And then he really loves these mazes. And then sometimes he's in the mood. And then sometimes these, I really had to help him. I held his hand and we did these. He picked out the E's. It was just, he would, let me see here. Here's another day he wasn't interested in coloring, but he wanted to do the maze. So, and then here's a day he was interested in coloring. He's a typical 3-year-old in his coloring. Oh yeah, this is his blue. He was really excited to color that one blue. And then yesterday he was really into his colors and he colored everything. So, but and then he was fighting me to the nail to do this one. And I was like, no, you will do it tomorrow. And yeah. So he does them. He really, like I said, this is his favorite page. So he literally, I think he just does these and this one just to appease me so he can get to this one. And he understands that that's how, the page works. But yeah, so he really likes it. Otherwise, this has, it has an educational value, but it is just busy work. It's nothing really significant or, whatever. So, before Stepping Stones came out, I got Masterbooks Level K, and I was like, okay, well, I will do the very, very simplest of this because he is only 3 and I'm not going to push this whole thing. So we do read the stories. And then I just had him trace with the dry erase marker. And he is done really, really well with this. Some of these activities, draw a picture for each of the seasons, he can't. He's not ready for that. He knows what snow is, but he can't recreate it. So we talked about it, that kind of thing. Some of them, like this one, we just counted, and then they said to take a string and make a triangle out of it. He couldn't do it. It is just, so the reason why these are in this kind of pages and they're dry erase, so I'll go back through and I will erase all these marks. We're about to be on lesson 27. But anyways, and the same thing with they only had this one that, well, they had other ones, but they were like all girly. So, the same thing with Simply K. They only had this out at the time. So we started very simply, you know, the A, and you could tell where I'm helping him and where he's starting to try doing it on his own. A lot of it I still hold his hand. I don't expect much out of his hand. And then, like, you know, I said, A, alligator, and this has actually really helped him with speech, because when we talk, I really, especially if I'm talking with him, I really try to enunciate a lot of sounds. The ball, and really like show my lips to him, and, you know, get him to look at my lips, and because of the way that the mouth has to form. So anyways, but a lot of these things, we did a few, like, we sang the alphabet song. But, you know, remember that we have capital letters and lowercase. I mean, a lot of this, he was just like, okay, whatever. As he is getting further and further and closer to 4, I am seeing a true significant change in, I don't care that it's a capital or lowercase, and now he calls this one a mommy and this one a baby. I don't care how he does that, but he knows that that's a mommy A and that's a baby A. And so when he sees this, he's like, oh, that must be the mommy alligator and that's the baby alligator. So some of the games we did not do. Some of the activities we did not do. Some of them we did. You know, the ones that where they were, hey, get up and dance and do this, we did those. So anyways, we got into this. Like I said, you know, some of the pages we just did not do, because we were really, I was just trying to do preschool with him. Well, then they came out with stepping stones, and we are on stone 8, and this has been a godsend. And yes, I could drop this, I could drop the Simple K and the math and all that, but we were already doing it. I'm seeing him progress. I'm seeing him learn stuff. I am still keeping it very, very simple. It's 1 page a day. It's nothing significant. I don't try to get him to memorize. We just show him the number or the letter. He tells me he knows it. We go over it. Z, Z, you know, kind of thing. Stepping stone, oh my gosh, he's in love with this. And we will keep going with this. We're going to finish this book. So I did get the PDF because I just couldn't wait. And plus I knew I had another child coming up. I knew that I needed to have 2 books. And I wasn't quite sure if I needed to laminate, or not laminate, but put it also in a binder like this because he wasn't going to be ready. But no, he took off. This is like easy peasy for him. He's in love with this. And the activities, listen to the story. He loves this. You know, I am thirsty. What is a healthy choice for me? And he can tell you what a healthy choice is. And it was amazing that a lot of the stuff he already knew. And I was like, so I'm really, really amazed by this book. But anyways, so that is like absolutely 100%. I say if you've got a 3-year-old, get Stepping Stones. This is an amazing book. Okay, so we also, like I said, before Stepping Stones came out, Gather Round was out. So we were doing Gather Round, and I was really just kind of, I don't know, they are changing it this next coming year. It's going to be a preschool program. It's going to be separate, and the kindergarten program, I think they go together and they bleed into each other. But it was just like, he could do this page. I could say, okay, where's the one animal, and he can find that, and he can find the 2 animals and the 3 animals. He can do this page, but this page he can't do. It's too much words. It's just too much for him. So it's just not. Yeah. So we have actually paused this. I think this is Asia. Yeah, this is Asia. We did NAB, and he did great with NAB. So I jumped into Asia, and it's starting to show real quick why this leads to kindergarten. This is more of a kindergarten program, or a 4 to 5 year old, a 4-year-old going into 5. I would say this would be a perfect preschool to kindergarten program. But yeah, he, like this one, he could do, but he can't read. So, I would have to tell him, color this one red, color this one blue, color this one yellow, color this one green. And then you're supposed to match with the name. Well, I mean, he's just not there. So we're just going to put it away. It's not a big deal. We're going to pull it out probably at the end of next year. He'll be probably about this time next year, when he's 4.5, getting closer to 5, we'll really start busting. We'll bust these back out. And I'll probably start back up with NAB and then just go back through the series again. What else was there? I think that was it. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys this. This is what we are using right now. I do this literally, all these books, minus the Gather Round. But all the books literally take 30 minutes. And I think even 30 minutes is kind of pushing it. It's literally easy peasy. One page, Masterbooks is very easy, very light. I love Masterbooks because of that. So I can bust open the book. I think they've got 2 letters, and then you trace it 3 times each letter, and then you're done. And maybe an activity, but most times there's really not. Or like you read a story and then you're done. The same thing with the numbers. You do the numbers, you trace the numbers, and then the next page you do a small activity of find, matching, and he loves it. And then he's done. And then, of course, he really loves this book, so that's the reason why we do it. These things I do while he's coloring or, whatever. They're just more for, I think, for me than anything else. But yeah, 30 minutes, no more, a day. And then it's play. And he loves to play. So, but anyways, I just wanted to show you guys what we are using. And if you hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe, that's great. And if you just want to keep scrolling, I understand. All right, you have a great day. And thank you for all my subscribers. Thank you. Bye.